S 2017-564, sponsors Dowell, Elrod, and Allen. This approves an intergovernmental agreement between the State Department of Transportation and Metro Public Works for a traffic signal at I-24 eastbound exit ramp at Bell Road. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That is 10 people voting. Next is BL 2017-589, sponsors Syracuse, Van Reese, and others. This authorizes the Industrial Development Board to accept payments in lieu of ad valorem taxes with respect to the Opryland Hotel and Convention Center, to expend the period for allocating certain hotel taxes to the funding of the cost of flood-related repairs and renovations to the Grand Ole Opry House, and to accept the donation of 2 parcels of property for use in the Metro government's public park system. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Is there a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? I think we all heard it from a previous standpoint. Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No. Duly noted. I'll call that 9-1. Next is BL 2017-590, as amended by Pulley, Cooper, and others. This authorizes the acquisition of real property for the purpose of realigning the intersection of Hillsborough Road with Crestmore Road and Glen Echo Road. I have a letter from the sponsor to defer 2 meetings. Do we need to vote on that?
No.
Okay, it is deferred as requested. Next is BL 2017-591, sponsor Sledge, Elrod, and Allen. This authorizes Metro to accept sewer and water mains, sanitary manholes, and easements for property located at 1500 12th Avenue South. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve, and I have the sponsor. It's been moved. Is it second? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Hagar's here but hadn't voted yet. I'm counting 10 people voting.
Okay.
Yeah. Next is BL 2017-592, sponsors Elrod and Allen. This authorizes HRT of Tennessee to install, construct, and maintain underground encroachments in the right-of-way located at 2011 Hayes Street. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Is there a motion? Been moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That's 11. Next is BL 2017-593, sponsor Scott Davis, Elrod, and Allen. This abandons an unnumbered alley right-of-way. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Is there a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bills recommended. Next, we're on bills on third reading. Next is BL 2016-476, sponsor Scott Davis. This changes 0.33 acres from RS5 to R6A zoning for property located at 901 Douglas Avenue. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Bill is recommended. I'm not seeing recommendations from the Planning Commission on this. We usually have those?
We do. He's deferring. Do you have a letter?
Yes. No, I have a proposed amendment.
That to the heel.
Okay. You're referring to
487?
487.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move 487 to the heel. I have a letter to approve. Mr. Jameson understands there's a request for deferral, so we're moving it to the heel. Okay. We're moving 487 to the heel. Next is BL 2016-536, sponsor is Kendall, changes 0.12 acres from R6 to ORI zoning for property located at 407 31st Avenue North. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Is there a motion?
We're good. We're good.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Okay, we'll come back to that one. All right, we understand that was back to Bill 487. The sponsor does want to approve.
Amendment.
And there is an amendment. So we'll circle back around to 487. There is a proposed amendment. Can you explain the amendment? Mr. Burnett, can you explain the amendment, please? Know about the amendment?
Yes.
Sorry, I backed up to 487 because, yes, your turn.
The amendment adds material requirements for the exterior facades of the units.
Great, okay, so we have an amendment. Councilmember Withers.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just had a quick question for the planning staff, if I may. I think, first of all, I think this is a pretty well-done plan, and I plan on voting for the bill, and just wanted to clarify that for everyone. But I think there was a policy change that was affiliated with this one, and there were some community concerns that were noted with regard to that discussion. And was just wondering if the planning staff could discuss what was the nature of the community conversation about the policy amendment from neighborhood maintenance to evolving, I believe it was.
The plan amendment was an amendment to change from neighborhood maintenance to neighborhood evolving for a portion of the area. It was approved at the Planning Commission. There was a community meeting that was held in regards to that. I believe that most of the concerns were in regards to the plan itself.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, do we need to vote on the amendment first? Okay, we are voting on the amendment to change materials. All those in favor of the amendment? Any opposed? Amendment is recommended. All in favor of the bill as recommended? Okay. Bill is recommended as amended. Next is BL 2016-537. Sponsor is Hastings. This changes .12 acres from CL to MUNA zoning for property located at 2214 Gaines Street. Do not see the sponsor. I do not see a letter. Let me check. We will move that to the heel. Next is BL 2016-538, sponsor Sledge, amends .95 acres of a preliminary SP for properties located at 1267 and 1271 3rd Avenue South to permit a mixed-use development with up to 89 residential units and a maximum of 8,500 square feet of non-residential use. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2016-539, sponsors Withers. This applies 16, did I skip a page? We just did. Yeah. Sorry, 539. Applies 16.21 acres of contextual overlay for various properties located along Colbert Drive and Shadow Lane. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-543, sponsors Van Rees. Amends 9.98 acres of a planned unit development overlay for property located at 1497 Chadwell Drive to permit the addition of 13 multifamily residential units, maximum of 49 residential units within the overlay. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-544, sponsors Van Rees. Changes 9.98 acres from RM4 to RM6 zoning for property located at 1497 Chadwell Drive. We could take those together. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Is there any? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-545. Sponsor is Pulley. Applies 11.31 acres of a contextual overlay district for various properties along Gray Bar Lane. I have a letter from the sponsor to approve. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-546. Sponsor is Pulley, changes 11.31 acres from R10 to RS10 zoning for various properties along Gray Bar Lane. There's a proposed substitute. Would the sponsor like to mention anything about the substitute? If I can find you.
The substitute will include properties that were put forward by the Planning Commission with 2 additional parcels on the corner, which were approved by the Planning Department.
Great. It's been moved. In a second? All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of the substitute? Any opposed? Okay, it's been moved as substituted and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-547. Sponsor is Hastings. Still missing. We will move that one to the heel as well. We'll move on to BL 2017-550. Sponsor is Syracuse. Cancels 2.52 acres of a planned unit development overlay district for properties located at 2203, 2205A, and 2207 Pennington Bend Road. Is there a motion? Been moved and seconded. Councilmember Syracuse.
Just move approval. Thank you.
Great. All right. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Oops. Next is, I could have taken those together. Sorry, I should be more organized. Next is BL 2017-551. Sponsor Syracuse changes 2.52 acres from OR 20 to R15 zoning for properties located at 2203, 2205A, and 2207 Pennington Bend Road. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Next is BL 2017-552. Sponsor is Hastings. We will move that one to the heel. Next is BL 2017-553. Sponsor is Roberts. Amends 1.37 acres R6 to SP zoning for properties located at 105 and 107 DeMoss Road and DeMoss Road unnumbered, approximately 330 feet south of Maudina Avenue to permit up to 13 residential units. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Out of here. Thank you. Next is BL 2017-554. Sponsor is Sledge. Changes 2.28 acres from R6 to SP zoning for properties located at 431 Winggrove Street and 2150 Byram Avenue to permit up to 83 residential units. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. 12, yeah. Next is BL 2017-556. Sponsor is Hastings. We will move that to the heel. She's back. And finally, BL 2017-558. Sponsor is Roberts. Amends 0.45 acres from R8 to SP zoning for property located at 6370 Ivy Street to permit up to 4 residential units. Do I have a motion? Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? Bill is recommended. You're welcome. Seeing no evidence of Councilmember Hastings, we will defer by rule. Second, any discussion? Can we do all those as a group? Okay, all in favor deferring by rule? I don't think we vote. All opposed? Any other business that should come before the Planning Committee? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Good job.